Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, once again, we have coast-to-coast action events going on in Georgia. We got the West Coast with California, some stuff in Minnesota. So we got a smorgasbord of stuff to go over today.
Yeah, college coaches may not be able to be out right now, but they're sure following along what we got to put out, and they've been making some calls on a couple of these guys you'll see.
Yeah, they certainly have. And speaking of, in Georgia, we had another tournament going on, and one of the guys that stood out was left-hander Brendan Parks. He's uncommitted, so like you said, even though coaches can't be out, they're following along and they're making phone calls. This guy, he's 86 to 88, touched 89, he's got some good spin on that fastball as well, and he's also mixing in a 12-6 breaker at 72 to 75. That's got some depth to it.
Absolutely, and it's tough to find a left-hander at any time, but especially at 20, still uncommitted.
No doubt. So, but another guy from Georgia, a right-hander in the 21 class. He is uncommitted, but it sounds like Logan McGuire had a pretty good outing. Faced 7 guys, struck them all out, helped his team win a championship. Good-looking arm.
Yeah, 6'3", 170 pounds, uber projectable, was up to 92, low RPM, getting some sink on the ball, but really liked the way the arm works. And he came in for 2.1 innings, struck out all 7 batters he faced, clinched that victory. Logan McGuire is definitely going to be a guy coaches are following right now, but especially in the spring and summer.
Excellent. The next guy's got a little bit of time, obviously, in terms of his recruitment, but it sounds like Kyle Connelly out of California, a 2023, was pretty good this weekend.
Yeah, shoot. And Blaine Clemens shot me a note about this kid when he rolled up to the mound. It's real polished, and there's a reason why California has so many big, talented draft picks. When you're looking at a freshman that looks like this, with able to sequence pitches with a fastball, breaking ball, just real polished on the mound. And for the next 4 years, he'll be a guy who will be locked in. Look for him on the 23 rankings coming out soon.
Excellent. So from sunny California to what I'm assuming is the frigid and snowy Minnesota right now. What do we got coming out of there?
Oh, we had the Minnesota Fall Review. Great falls in the Twin Cities up there. But a 22, Kyle Law, you expect those big, strong lumberjack outfielders who can really run. 6'8" runner at the event, can really swing it. Big physical kid who's only going to get better.
Excellent. We also had some junior college action recently. Our guys, in Florida, saw some guys a couple weekends ago. Also had some action in Texas. Luke Little's obviously throwing gas, but a name to really watch is Conor Phillips. Shooter, you and I really liked him out of high school. He was committed to LSU, but opted to end up now at McLennan. Big-time arm. He's going to be way up there in the JUCO rankings. He's been up to 97 this fall. He's got a power slider. I mean, he was a top draft prospect just a few months ago. Obviously, he's in that mix again.
Yeah, multi-sport kid in high school who now is concentrating a little more on baseball only as a pitcher. Good athlete. I wouldn't doubt that velo continues to grow even into the spring.
Certainly. Looking back now at the future games, we've had a lot of guys commit this fall. Run us through some of the names, the big ones that have committed recently, Shooter.
Yeah, a lot of visits going on this spring. Really pumped to see all these guys. We watched the future games as uncommitted players. But MVP Sam Peterson out of Iowa was great in the summer. Chose to stay home. University of Iowa. Go Hawkeyes. Good for him for staying home. That's big for the Big Ten. Also, Josh Randall out of California, committed to Arizona. Potential two-way guy, catcher, right-handed pitcher. Good physical kid. Carson Gattuno, right-handed pitcher from New York, committed to Wake Forest. Loved him at the Future Games. Thinks he's got a lot of upside. And then a pair of 23s who impressed at the Junior Future Games. Travis Secor, who you'll see on the 23 rankings coming up soon, out of Nebraska, out of Texas, is committed to Nebraska now. And then Matthew Santana from Indiana committed to Tennessee.
Excellent. So coming up next, as you mentioned, Shooter, we've got some ranking updates on the docket. We're working on the 2020s right now. We'll have an update to those very soon. Not a ton of movement. It's the fall. Some guys aren't playing. Some guys are tired. But there will be some adjustments here and there. But then we'll also have a 2023 list coming. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of talented players, as always, in the 23s. With us coast to coast, all our boots on the ground following them. We got a lot of great info.
Excellent. So be sure to be on the lookout at prepbaseballreport.com for that information. And as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs, and until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.